Welcome to Season 2 of Conversations That Matter. Starring William Hussey, 365, Dr. Jean Blackman, and Dominique Davis. The place where meaningful dialogue creates change. Sit back, grab a snack, and join us for a conversation that truly matters.
What's up, good people? What's happening? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Oh, like my mic keep going in and out. They hate on me today. That's what it is. We appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode of Conversation.
Switch your mouth.
Go ahead. Yeah, hold on. You go ahead, bro. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Conversations that matter. How y'all doing? They've been doing good. Y'all been doing good. Hey, hold on, I'm tripping today. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe it's how you holding it, man. You keep holding it like a rapper, man.
Yes, sir. Look, there we go. How many man with you like 365?
Jean Blackman,
Big 22, Dominique Davis. That's right. And shout out to the wonderful, phenomenal Chewy Monroe. That's what's up, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Conversations That Matter. We apologize for our tardiness. We was having technical difficulties, but we ready to go now, and we're going to jump into it. So, we're talking about the pros and cons of the internet and the way that it rules our life, society, community, the way we communicate, the way we engage in life these days. So, let's jump on into it and make sure you put in the comments how you feel, how the internet or social media has changed your life or helped your life. Is it a convenience? Is it a hindrance? Is it something that you want to just, because it's crazy now, but I don't want to get ahead of the game because my brother Dominique gonna put us on to some pros and cons. But I was ready to jump right into it, man. I was myself. Listen, hold on, I gotta follow the lead. Go ahead.
we had a week hiatus for our happy belated Mother's Day to you guys as well.
Yeah.
So, how was our Mother's Day, real quick? How was Mother's Day?
Oh, mine was good. Mine was good. Yeah, Pops cooked. We went over to their house. We chilled out. Sisters over there. We just had a good time, man. Laughed, joked, chilled, ate good, and relaxed and celebrated my mother. Yeah, it was dope. How about you, Doc?
Yeah, mine was pretty dope as well. I was able to run down to Greenville, which is Keegan's hometown, and with her mom, and then, we came back here and with my mom. So it was pretty good.
That's good. That's good.
Same. It was family time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love my mom. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
what's up.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Appreciate y'all sharing that as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
My thing was blessings and curses of social media.
Blessings and curses of social media.
We still gotta go to church with everything.
I ain't mad at it.
So check this out, Doc. Check this out. One pro of social media is maintaining connection. Yay or nay? Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yep.
One con of social media is depression and anxiety.
Yeah, when them lights be low, boy, they do something to your soul.
Okay, I'm gonna stop with those two right there. I think social media I think your phone is like a tongue. It speaks life and it speaks death as well. I think social media is a reflection of what's in your head. I feel like social media can hypnotize a weak-minded person, but it also can hypnotize a strong-minded person to be weak. I feel like social media is an addiction, a legal addiction.
Hold on 1 second. They saying I sound muffled. Can y'all hear us now?
I'm just talking.
Let me see.
No, you good. Can y'all hear us? Put it in the comments right quick.
Testing. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Hold on, y'all. About to tap
Go
in.
ahead, Tyler. Say something.
Test. The devil is a liar.
Yo.
Y'all give us some thumbs up if y'all can hear us fine. Please give us a thumbs up.
Is it on the road? On your computer?
It should be. Hold on.
Sound like they on
You love.
Hello.
Pew, 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 to love.
Thank you, Miss Lisa, for helping us right quick.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leasia. You sound like Roger Troutman in this motherfucker.
All right, we on. We good. We good. Sorry about that, y'all. Appreciate you, Malik. Good vibes. Thank you, brother.
go.
All right, so let's jump back into it. Man, let's just go ahead and start over. I'm your main man, William Hussey, 365.
Gene Blackman. Big 22, Dominique Davis.
That's right. Shout out to the wonderful, phenomenal Chewy Monroe, the executive producers of Conversations That Matter. And we thank y'all for tuning in. So let's jump back into
and our lovely audience as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
The livest audience.
Appreciate it.
In the city.
Appreciate it. Okay. So like when I started off from, where I left from, social media is an addiction that's legal. I feel like nothing's like an illegal addiction. A legal addiction is the worst addiction ever because it's a legal addiction.
Yeah.
It's nothing you can do about it but help yourself. Social media is a drug, and drugs are undefeated.
Most definitely.
I don't give a damn if you say you defeated drugs. That means you ain't fucking with them no more. But if you fuck with drugs, you're gonna be defeated. So, like I say, on my point of view, our social media is what you make it. It's like your tongue; it speaks life and it speaks death. And I'll leave it at that for right now.
Most definitely. Can you go over those pros and cons one more time? The first one, first two that you had spoke.
Okay. The pro was maintain connections. That's
Maintain
a pro
connection.
for social media. Maintaining connection, even though I don't want to be found sometimes.
Right.
Cons is depression and anxiety.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the pros is, what was that one more time?
The pros is maintaining connections.
Maintaining connections. Okay. I do believe in it helps you maintain connections. I think it's a newer way of communicating. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine if we was growing up in these times, because I'm telling you, I was talking to somebody the other day and we was talking about landlines. You know, we was coming up, you was just on a landline and your mama could pick up the phone and hear the conversation. You didn't even know she was on there or whatever. But now it's a little different because all the kids got their cell phones and, you know, you can scroll and watch anything negative to positive as a child. You know what I'm saying? And you want the child to have a cell phone because you want to be able to communicate with your child. So it's like you say, it's a gift and a curse, because how can you dictate what your child's going to go into when they have their phone? Right. You can't monitor it 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So it's no way you can have a camera on there to see what they're looking at. So they can look at what they want to, and they get access to pretty much everything. But as far as maintaining communication and staying connected, I think social media itself is good for that. Like, even for myself, I like to use it from a business perspective than just an entertainment perspective. It used to be more entertainment, but I had to learn that this is doing nothing but wasting my time. Like, I'm just sitting here scrolling, looking at pictures and posting pictures. It's nothing. But as I got older and, you know, became an entrepreneur, I love it because it's the easy way to market your brand, to get your stuff out there, to market your products or services, to connect with the right people that might can help you, or just to advertise, you know. So, and you don't even have to pay for it. You know what I mean? So you don't even necessarily have to pay for sponsorships. You can just post your own stuff. So I think it's good for that. But let's say you said the depression and anxiety and depression. I believe that because I think at times people compare themselves a lot. You know, if you're looking at everybody doing it, even if it's just not even on the street shit, if it's just a person working and you don't have a job, if, you know, a family's looking well taken care of and their surroundings and environment is not like yours, that could be depressing because it's going to make me feel like, well, damn, I'm the only one living like this. Like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm comparing myself to a degree. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like, well, damn, what's up with me? So I can see how that could be a depression. You know what I'm saying? But you got to learn, like a lot of things on social media ain't real, you know, and a lot of things on social media is fake. So, and you just shouldn't even compare yourself. Even if it was real, you shouldn't compare yourself. And I hate it for the kids growing up these days because that got a lot to do with their self-esteem, their confidence, man. And it could destroy a child, man. They post something they think popping and don't nobody like it. That hurt you as a child. You know what I'm saying? As a grown-up.
Yeah.
You feel it and you like, this that one.
Yeah.
You done been there.
Yeah. I done been there. You see, why you looking at me like that?
You done been there. But yeah, but what about you, Doc? I don't want to take up all the time.
So for me, I think social media is whatever you allow it to be.
Correct.
Yeah.
So like for me, I use it as a tool. I use it to get information out. I use it to teach or give my perspective. It is also an avenue for me to get out, you know, you know, what I'm trying to give to the world or whatever the case may be.
Right.
I want to name a pros and a con as well.
Okay, go ahead.
So I think for me, a con is everybody has a voice on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, people who don't have nothing to say,
Right.
people who saying too much, people who, you know, crazy perspectives, the whole nine. Like it really gives everybody an opportunity to have a voice. And I don't really has anything to say. The pros to that is that I can just log off, or I can, stop following them or whatever the case may be, and I can follow who aligns with what I like to see.
You got control.
So absolutely, I definitely have control.
So it's definitely a reflection of who you are. Your social media page or your social media activities is a reflection of who Doc is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Let me ask you something while you got the mic, Doc. What do you feel the difference between, because I know you said from the perspective of business to get out what you have to say. How do you feel about your personal life, like your family and stuff like that?
If you look at my page, I don't post my kids. The only one that ever have gotten a happy birthday from me is my mom.
Word,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I really do, because I'm out in the public all the time, and I give the world so much of me.
Right.
Let me have my family to myself.
That's your own. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And when I want to bring my family out into the world, I do that. But for the most part, man, I just want to, kind of keep that private.
Yourself. How about you, man?
I feel the same. Like sometimes I don't post my kid's birthday, and I'm trying to train my family not to. Social media doesn't measure love. Posting doesn't measure pain. Money doesn't measure love. Posting definitely doesn't measure love. So did you post her? Did you post him? No, I didn't, but I did it for a reason. And they had the best birthday of their life.
Right.
So I really try to not tame, but program my family, deprogram my family on social media isn't everything. And I do it on purpose. I do it deliberately. So
sure.
I feel you on that, Doc.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. I done fell back a lot in how I used to be, because all I used to post was just personal stuff. You know, your regular, just, especially on Facebook, more so just family and personal stuff. And then I got out of it when I matured in business and becoming an entrepreneur and stuff like that. But I'm like y'all, like I don't feel the need to post my and then my daughter not even gonna see it because they don't even be on Facebook. But you might share the Instagram, but I don't even, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the point? I just feel like a lot of times we do it for likes or just to have something to post, you know what I'm saying? But I had the most time, like you, Doc, I had the best time. Even with us as grown-ups, if I'm doing something, I don't have to film everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at us, look at what we doing. Look, I had the best time when I'm just no cameras, no nothing. Right. And you just absorbing that love and just in the moment of what you celebrating or what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on that. You can always log off. You got full control. You know what I'm saying? But stay on right now because you want to finish the conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I like how, the age has changed to where you could turn it into shows and, go live and really speak your mind about something that's in the media or something that's going on in the community or your city, or you just want to voice your opinion. You know what I'm saying? But far as the entertainment, I'm like you, Doc. Yeah. So let's go. You got another pro and con?
Another thing, let me piggyback off that.
Okay.
Attention is one of the most addictive things in America.
Yeah, man.
Seeking attention.
Boy.
Like, if I ever see y'all in the hospital and y'all take no offense to the audience. If I see y'all in the hospital taking a picture of y'all in the hospital, I'm going to come and pinch y'all.
Right.
Like grandma did in church. No.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have some things going in my life in the city. I lost my son. My pain isn't anyone's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So I don't post my pain for somebody. So all you're gonna do is put a praying hand up, an emoji. You're gonna keep swiping, see a big booty bitch. You're not really so. And I advocate against putting your personal business on Facebook. I mean, you do what you want to do. It's America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I've never been with that. Never been with that. So
agree,
yeah, man. It's just because whether it's triumph or tragedy, it's all entertainment to somebody.
Right. Yeah, most definitely.
Somebody can't wait to wake up and see who died. Oh, the Facebook's boring if they don't see any drama.
Yeah.
Because when you post positive shit, you only getting 2 likes.
Yeah.
Let you post some negative shit. Boy, you going viral.
You going viral. And let's talk about that one time, because it's a twofold with that. Because I think, like you said, some people will go to social media to vent. Some people use it as therapy, and I'm not knocking it. It's just certain. Everybody business ain't everybody business to me. Everything you go through, I don't feel like it should be posted. On the flip side, it's people that post sentimental stuff that really don't want the attention. You know what I'm saying? They just really showing love, or just got something to say and just wanna just voice their opinion about something. So how y'all feel about that when it comes to that personal standpoint of what you're going through? I know we said not family, not kids, as far as pictures and celebrations, but like if you going through something out your day, are you gonna run to social media and tell the world about it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, man,
yeah.
I'm not. That's what y'all, my brothers are for, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going because I have an understanding that I can't get my problems solved on social media.
Come on now. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And me being a barber, like I've seen barbers give good advice, and I've seen barbers give bad advice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen people on social media give good advice, and I've seen people give bad advice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So running to social media, to either get attention with whatever it is that you're going through, or to get some advice can be dangerous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I just don't play with it, man. I have people with wisdom in my circle that I would go to and try to seek some type of wisdom or resolve for my problem. But I don't need attention. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of them dudes. I don't need attention. Like if I'm in the forefront, that's cool. If I'm in the background, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to go to Facebook or social media to gain some type of attention.
Some validation or some shit like that.
Definitely don't need validation.
We got any comments? Right.
So as right now, we just have a lot of people that are joining the live.
Okay.
And just to let everyone know, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate all the shares, likes, and follows. So go ahead and do that if you haven't yet, and comments as well. But just for some people that's watching the live, we do got Miss Lisa Sheila on. Good afternoon to you as well.
Hey.
Leasia Williamson.
Yeah.
Yes, niece. And Janelle Jordan, I'll say hello, and Malika Vibes as well. Thank you for
Janelle
adding
Jordan.
so many people, Malik. We appreciate you.
Janelle, what's up? Malik, what's up? Appreciate you.
About social media.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
Give us y'all thoughts
Malik?
out there.
Yes, how do y'all feel about social media? The pros and cons of social media. While we wait on them, let's jump out on another pro.
Okay, another pro. Now this is a controversial pro for me. It says change politics and news. This is a pro. Changed politics and news. I really think that's a con. I really think that brings division and separation amongst each other. Like you don't talk about religion and politics at work. And I know it's a view type thing, point of view type thing. But it said a pro was change politics and news. I can't dig that.
Yeah,
I understand current event type news, but
So-
I just can't dig that. I think that's a con to me.
Yeah. I mean, I think what they're saying on the way I can see it as a pro is that you can get news right then and there, or like you said, a current event or something like that. But other than that, I don't see how that's a pro. Like I don't get what they're saying on that. What you think, Doc?
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing with it. So let's say we're trying to unseat someone that has been harmful to our district, right? And so we use social media to promote, to give information, in case, you know what I'm saying? And so in that aspect, it can be good. The other aspect is we can be manipulated by politicians and people in politics as well. You know what I'm saying? In a situation like that. So, you really have to be mindful.
Yeah. The thing with social media is you don't know what's real or fake either. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's real or fake. And that's the scary part about it, man.
And you take your out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I could have a 4-pack and this guy maybe have a keg, but he got a fucking excuse my language, he got a daggone 6-pack, what do you call it? What do you call it? Come on. He got one of those apps that got him a 6-pack.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm working hard in the gym, but you know what I'm saying? So it makes you look at yourself, and you don't know the definition between real or fake on social media if you let it.
And the filters.
And filters, that's what I'm going for.
Boy.
Oh man, listen, filters.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about filters.
What's real or fake on social media?
Listen.
I should be ashamed of myself.
They killing us with the filters.
I should be ashamed of myself.
Yeah. It's crazy. So you don't know what's real or fake. But what was the con with that, pro?
The next one was overload, cognitive overload, which is a lot of information and behavior. Cognitive is another word for behavior, right, Doc? So it is overload on behavior, and you become something that you're actually not if you let it. If you allow
It'll
it.
control you.
Yeah,
most definitely, love. You good on it? Let's go to that clip, Chewy.
the main reasons in today's day and age why so many people find it hard to connect is because the moment we wake up, instead of thinking for ourselves, we pull up a phone and we think like somebody else. I'm gonna let you do the thinking for me. You tell me how I should think. You tell me what I should do today. You tell me what I should eat. You tell me how I should feel. You tell me what I should do. You tell me where I should go. You tell me what I should do with my life, because I don't know. And we do this the moment we wake up. And you're wondering why you're depressed.
That's one thing I cannot do, is wake up and get on social media. Like, that's just never been my thing. You know what I'm saying? But I understand what he's saying. It's like we allowing social media to control us. You know what I'm saying? Everything, most of the stuff we learn come through social media. And I think I was sharing that with you one time, listening to these influencers and stuff. I was like, well, such and such said this. You like, man, you got to be careful. Because they'll tell you anything and you'll believe it, or you just jumping on the bandwagon. Yeah. And you see 200,000 likes and you like, oh, it must be real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, man, they got us all corrupted. But I like what he's saying. Like, social media really tell us about ourselves, and what we post tell us a lot about ourselves. Right, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much you on a platform. Let's go to the few comments we got, sis. Right there.
All right, sounds good. 1 second. So again, thank you guys for tuning in and making comments. We appreciate all of them. Lisa Sheila says it's very dangerous to children. You guys mentioned earlier you can log off and move on to next. Some children cannot understand the difference between real life and reality.
Right. Most definitely.
Malik Good Vibe says social media has a mixed vibe to it. It could be good one day and bad the next day. The real you is never know what you're going to get out of it.
Right.
The real is you never know what you're going to get out of it.
Yeah. It could be good 1 hour and bad the next hour.
That's a fact. He also says you can turn a great person into a bad one. And information is the fuel for social media.
I agree.
Use it wisely.
Make sure that you use it wisely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I know a lot of people that use Twitter, and a lot of people go on Twitter just to give their thoughts and just post all day, like what they doing, what they thinking. You know, I've never been a big Twitter person. But we just got to be mindful. It's different platforms. You know, I feel like Instagram is lights, cameras, action. I think Facebook more local vibe, your family, stuff like that.
Instagram is the have and have nots.
Now that's Snapchat. I ain't got to that Snapchat before. What's that
dangerous.
Snapchat about?
It's dangerous.
That Snapchat, I heard it's dangerous over there. Snapchat, boy. Yeah. And also TikTok. But I think TikTok has took off.
Well, TikTok has took off, but it's a major influence for the youth.
Yeah, the youth. Like,
all these challenges and all this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some good stuff up there as well.
Yeah.
It's almost 100% entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely.
Almost 100%.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. Let's get into another pro and con. Do you want to piggyback off what he said on the clip? Anything you want to respond with?
I can agree with it to a degree. I don't think everybody is controlled and mind fucked by excuse my language, by social media.
Right.
So I do think like some people kind of know their place. They have boundaries and they have limits, and they use social media responsibly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I can't agree with what he's saying for some people. Yeah. Absolutely.
Another thing I want to put out there with social media that I realize is just that social media allows everybody to have access to you, I feel like. Even with Messenger and DMs.
If you allow it.
Yeah, if you allow it.
If you allow it.
Right, for sure. But I think a lot of times, like, I couldn't imagine just being a child. It's like, it ain't it's crazy, man. It's just raw and uncut, man. It's just, you know, anybody can reach out to you. Anybody can contact you.
And like Doc said, if we allow it, because you can DM me all day and be trying to FaceTime me all day.
Yeah,
I feel like that's disrespecting.
Yeah.
If I didn't answer my phone and you see a green light on, and then you DMing me, that's like pulling up to my house unannounced.
Right.
You're not getting in.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not getting in. So
yeah. You have to put those boundaries.
You got to.
Right, most definitely. And I think especially with kids, man, because it could be an adult with a younger page and you reaching out to these youth. I mean, so much crazy stuff, especially on that dark web too, you know. So it's just a lot of crazy stuff that goes on. So we got to be mindful of that. So what do we instill in our kids? What do we teach them?
Well, we let me say this. We'll get mad at our kids for being addicted to the phone, but we're just as bad.
Super facts.
Yeah, I thought you was about to say speak for yourself.
It did feel like it. Like here you go.
But seriously,
Super
so I gotta G-check myself before I G-check my son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, you know, I drive trucks. All I'm podcast, scrolling. So if it's that heavy on an adult, imagine what it did for a kid.
Yeah.
Imagine what it does to kids. And actually, after the pandemic, when the pandemic started, this is a real situation. When the pandemic started, the kids started doing remote learning.
Mm-hmm.
They got isolated.
Mm-hmm.
And once you got isolated, you got unsociable. So you go to this phone for everything.
Everything.
My son can have 10 dudes at the house and ain't nobody talking, everybody like this.
Yeah, that's how it is in most households.
Yeah. So it takes
away.
away
at dinner tables too. Like when you go out to eat, you see it at dinner tables the whole
I tell them,
night.
listen, put up the phone. It's family time. Give me an hour to watch Family Feud. We're just gonna watch Family Feud from 7 to 8. And you know, they get a certain age, they don't even want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's the funny part, because I used to do stuff like that, right? But I just had to think, I'm like, well, is Family Feud different than social media? Or is it like the old school way and they look at it, you're like, nobody watch those. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about when the kids come back on. Because I feel the same. I'm like, man, cut that phone off. Let's watch a movie or something.
Right.
And they looking at you like, watch no movie. I can watch it on my phone, because they so addicted to the phone. Right. And it's just crazy. So I was just thinking when you said that, you remind me of myself, because I was like, that sound
I ain't
like
alone
me.
then.
Nah, that sound like me. I was like, cut the phones off. We're going to watch. Well, I don't even want to watch the movie. I just don't want them on their phone. Right. So you just throwing it out there. But that's funny.
It gives people a level of control.
Yeah.
Like before social media, radio was the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Radio tell you how you supposed to act, what you supposed to, wear, when you supposed to be here and there.
Right.
It's popping over here, it's popping over there. But we couldn't control that at all.
Yeah.
So social media, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can go to the people that I think is cool. I can go to the people that I think is smart. I can go to the people, you know what I'm saying, that aligns with whatever it is that I want, and I can control that. So I don't have to listen to Will if I don't want to.
Right.
I'll just start following Dominique.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think
Would that be considered a con as well?
Well, it can be either. Like some of these things can really be either. I feel like if it's abused and used incorrectly, you know what I'm saying, it can be, a con. If it's used wisely, it can be a pro. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to, if I don't feel like listening to clowns today, then I can, you know what I'm saying, I can control who I listen to. I might want to, it might be an inspirational type vibe that I want or need. You know what I'm saying? So I can do that. But you know what I'm saying? I might not want to be inspirational right now. I may need to laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's all right in your hand. So that, that's good. You know what I mean? But it can also be a con, you know what I'm saying, if it's misused as well.
Yeah, for sure.
One last thing. See, it said cognitive overload. And me personally, cognitive overload. You don't know whether you want to be a barber, a rapper, a gospel singer. You might see somebody now want to be a chef. The more you see shit, the more you want to be it. Even adults.
Yeah.
My son is 17 years old. My son, he's 19 now, but he don't even go outside, but he come out singing Chicago shit.
Yeah.
Like you can, that's why I say I gotta watch my kids, because you can be in that room all day, but you in Chicago in your head.
Right.
You talking about on folks' grave and all that. You ain't never been to Chicago. You got the Chicago accent and everything.
That the master.
Yeah. And what I really messed up is I said, listen, you 16 now, you can lock the door. I should have never told that nigga he can lock the door.
What?
Like, boom.
You
now
told him he can lock
what, folks? On folks' grave, nigga, you from North Carolina. On my soul.
Right.
Man, listen. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's getting bad. Let's go to the comments, Shu.
All right.
All right, sounds good. So Shannon, see you looking, Abraham says, I think it is a babysitter to some parents. It destroys the communication with the parents and the child. Think about it when you have dinner. Are you sitting down at the table asking your kids how your day was? How was your day? Or do everyone at the table has a phone and nobody is talking about what has happened? These are the most important things you can do when a child is going up. Take those phones and communicate.
I agree with you. I appreciate your perspective, Shannon.
Yeah, most definitely.
Absolutely.
And I think we all made that mistake. I know I made that mistake when they was younger, letting them, when it was first crossing over that social media, and you give that child that phone. I'm talking when they babies. It's like,
but you give it to them.
The tablet.
But like she said, to her point, like if someone's trying to get a haircut and they have a kid sitting in the waiting chair, hey, what do? Give them the phone,
tablet,
or a tablet to keep them. You know what I'm saying? Keep them busy. Like we do that all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
On the pacifier.
Yeah, absolutely,
exactly.
absolutely. So if we want our attention somewhere, but we want to make sure they're good, we give them that phone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No matter our hair, we give them the phone. We don't feel like it.
Absolutely.
Nah, for sure. Go ahead, True.
Absolutely. Malik Good Vibe says sometimes the kids know more than their parents do about it. Speaking about social media.
Technology, yeah.
Mm-hmm. My son. Yeah. And my daughter, actually. You know what I'm saying? They teaching me stuff.
Yes. He also says you choose the people you want to be around and the people that you want to see on, like, I guess, your feed or your timeline. So you have that selection there of who you follow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, y'all keep the comments coming.
All right, let's go into another pro and con. Dominique.
We got two. We got one more pro, one more con. One pro is provides education. Provides education.
Yeah, and sometimes miseducation.
I knew you was coming.
Yes, sir.
I was waiting for him, but
some people put some wrong stuff.
Disinformation.
Miseducation.
Okay, yeah, misinformation.
Yeah. It's out there, bro.
It's out there.
Was that a pro or con? Say that. I'm sorry.
It was actually a pro. It says provides education.
Provides
but
education.
But like Doc said, it could be a con as well. You know,
miseducation. Yeah. Give us an example of that, Doc, if you got one. Not trying to put on you. We can help you out, but I'm just saying, like, because I want people to understand that. Because sometimes we joke on here, but we really serious. It's really miseducation.
Right. So I want to use an example, but I don't want to give a lot of detail. But the example that comes to mind. So someone had put on social media. Is mine going in and out? Okay. That it was put on social media. Somebody had put on social media that a young lady was raped and killed in Claremont. And everybody was at an uproar. I mean, like we're organizing. Yeah. Like we can't have this, you know, the guy. Then we later found out it was a drug overdose.
Right.
You know 2 years ago. Right. Yeah. And so we have to be careful. And that was one of the conversations I had with you one time. Like what we have to do is we have to seek the information before we give a comment. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we're giving comments off of misinformation. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to backtrack.
Right.
And then a lot of times we're too prideful to even backtrack. You know what I'm saying?
Another piece that the damage done to a certain degree.
Once in some situations, especially with people that truly follow you.
Right.
Rock with you. So you really have to be careful and seek information before you make a comment. A lot of times y'all see everybody commenting on stuff y'all notice. I don't. I'm still.
You see the same thing, but you ain't comment. Yeah.
I'm still waiting. Like even with the kid, who smacked the teacher or punched the teacher in Parkland. Yeah, and I was like, well, I don't feel comfortable commenting on that because I don't know what the teacher said to them.
What was
I don't know how it got there. You know what I'm saying? So until I got some background on that, I don't even feel comfortable speaking on it. I think it was, it was wrong. It was messed up.
Right.
But what if that teacher said, yeah, I know your mama dead, and yeah, you know what I'm saying, your dad, blah, 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 and that's why your parents don't want you. Like, you never know what somebody said. You know what I'm saying? But all you saw was the punch.
And that's what the media does. They're going to highlight that.
They take sound bites.
We become the media.
Exactly.
We become the media on social media. Everybody is media. And so that's why you really have to be mindful of speaking too soon when it comes to certain things.
Yeah, great example.
I stand with you on that, bro.
Yeah. Good job. Jump into the comments.
So Dante Donnell says, great point, Doc. You got to get the facts. We are the media.
We are the media. Yeah. Dante, what up, baby?
Say what up, though.
What's happening?
That's good stuff. We got some more pros.
We got one more pro. It's a con. Bro, we could have been a con.
It gives education and miseducation.
It exposed privacy. Once again, that's on the power of the tongue. It's on whoever's holding the phone. It said it exposes privacy.
What do you love the most about social media?
Good question.
A platform. Honestly,
platform. Because you're an interesting guy. You dibble and dabble in a little bit of everything. and you authentic and genuine. You the realest. You know what I'm saying? So I know, like, no, what I'm saying is like, it's like you can speak on it because you done engaged in different types. You done argued on social media. You done put your business out there.
I never did that. I never argued on social media. Never.
Okay, you never argued on social media.
Niggas know not to play with me.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's like your life might be out there at times. You know what I'm saying? And then at times it might not be out there. And then sometimes you done learn to stay fall back. So I want to know, what do you really like about social media?
Here's the thing. Yeah. Dominique at 34. We can't go back 24 because social media was not.
And that's what I'm talking about. Since social media been around.
So you ever get an old post and be like, "Did I post that shit?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Dominique the drug. Yeah.
5 years ago.
Right. Dominique in 2015 was selling the boy and selling all the girl and all that. You know what I'm saying? When the Dominique the drug dealer with the drug dealer ego, it's totally different than Dominique the working man. I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? So you see your maturity through your memories as well. I like social media. I respect social media now for the platform, because you could be an influencer but not have an impact. Social media with the platform, you can be an influencer with an impact, but that's only a glimpse of your impact because you still got to put boots on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Social media is a lot of highlights. Me personally, social media, I might sing a song, do a rap. I drop a lot of jewelry on social media. I don't do a lot of emotional stuff. And I try to stay away from other people's emotions. Don't even comment on it. You know what I'm saying? But for me, myself, I like the platform that it gives me for my audience and my influence to have a stronger impact through that. Because you can have influence with no impact.
Yeah, for sure.
So that demographic of that platform, it gives my influence more impact. So yeah.
Right. Most definitely. How about you, Doc?
What do I like about social media? I do like that, being that I'm an organizer and an activist, like I can organize people a lot easier through social media. You definitely, like you said, you still have to put boots on the ground, but if we needed to get the word out, to 20,000 people in 30 minutes, we can do that through social media. We can't do that boots on the ground.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I do love that. I go through many different moods. Most of the time when y'all see me, I'm a certain way, but sometimes I'm at home, I'm sad. Sometimes I'm at home, I'm saying, I'm feeding for some information. So I go through different desires. I can tap in on that, man. I can tap in on that, man. If I need to hear encouraging word, boom, 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 I can, I can go to social media and hear an encouraging word. If I need to know what's going on around me, you know what I'm saying? Like what's really happening. I can go to a couple different news media, you know what I'm saying, and find out some things that have happened and put together a case within, within my my own thoughts. So I do like social media for that, man. I like social media for entertainment sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Everything ain't all serious.
No, everything is not all serious. He did, man. I ain't going there with him. I ain't letting him walk me down a rabbit hole that I don't. No, sir. But no, seriously, it's entertaining as well. And sometimes, man, like I just need a laugh. Like, bro, I just had a heavy moment. I just need a laugh, and I go and I see a kid do something crazy, or
right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody, fell down some steps or some stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, it has its pros, man. I just don't let it rule my life.
Man. And that's the key. Yeah, that's the key. Yeah. I would say the most thing I like about it is just using it as a tool, kind of like you guys are saying. If there's anything I got to say, and it's just a great marketing tool, a great way to get what you're trying to get out to the public, fans, your audience, the community, whatever it is. That's what I like most about it. You can post something and touch a couple thousand people in just the hit of a button, you know what I'm saying, or share something that's on your mind or that you're going through in the press of a button, and it reach so many people. You can influence people, you can impact people, you can organize things, so it's just a tool for me, versus the entertainment. But like Gene said, I do want to go in there and just see something funny sometimes, just laugh out, or if something is going viral in the news media, or just a current event, like you were saying earlier, somebody might have a redefined approach about it. Somebody might have more information on it. So you can kind of get on there and kind of figure out what's going on without waiting for the 5 o'clock news to come on. I could just be like, oh, Diddy did this.
Right.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Well, they gonna have it on there. You know what I'm saying? You can figure it out.
They
Like,
have 100 views now.
I got it. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I would say too. So I'm just like you guys. But what's one thing that you hate about like a zero tolerance? Like what you hate?
Here's the thing, man.
It might have been them DMs and stuff you was talking about. You got a little emotional with that. Like,
look, right. See, here's the thing. I think social media.
He really liked that. He really like people in his DMs. Like, look, he really like people. Even if he don't want them, he like that attention. Yeah, I still got it. Yeah, I still got it. Yeah, I still got it.
Don't believe this guy. Don't believe him. Listen, anybody that knows me knows that I run from attention. You even know that. You try to put me out there. I'm like, no. In my doc's voice. Okay, here's the thing. You done? Yeah. It's on you. Okay. For me, social media is great for business, but it destroyed the families, bro. It's no pros in that. I'm gonna tell you why it destroyed it didn't destroy the family, it destroyed the communications with the family. And it's a generational gap. Hey, I need you to get in touch with your moms. Back in the day, we had to call moms personally.
On the land,
on the payphone or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or even the cell phones. Now, communicating with you is just through text. We communicate so much through text now, we don't even know how to talk to people.
Yeah, come on now.
You know what I'm saying? You done met a girl through social media. Y'all are texting and y'all having an intellectual bonding. Then when you call her, everybody's on mute. Not me, because I'm a talker, but since some people can text better than they can talk.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So do you really like this person? So I feel like social media really took away that one-on-one, mano-a-mano with relationships, especially family relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, and once again, I'm done after this. I'm telling my son, Parse, to reach out to a family member. Y'all reached out to her. Well, how did you reach out to her? I didn't ask him that. I texted her. That don't mean you reached out to her. But see, that's how they look at reach. The new reach out is the text.
Right.
I didn't get an answer from what I needed you to do. You know what I'm saying? But you did reach out. You didn't lie.
Right.
So I feel like social media did it just killed that, man.
Yeah. Another thing,
communication.
That's what I'm about to get into it. But dang, I had something when you said that with the way I'm gonna get this one. I ain't gonna let it go. Yeah, that too. But it's just I feel like everything is communicated through social media versus a phone. You know what I'm saying? Versus how we grew up. And it's just, I think it's the technology, the evolution of technology. And I think they look at us like, well, we need to catch up on time. Like I can tell my kids the same thing. Tell them we on the way. It's a text. They don't call. I'm like, did you talk to them? They ain't responded yet. Why you don't just pick up the phone and call them? You know what I'm saying?
The whole thing resolved in 2 minutes.
2 minutes, but they want to text, and then it's on social media. It ain't even on a regular text message.
And it's power in the voice, man. It's power for me to hear your voice. I don't want to keep calling grandma saying, I'm texting grandma, happy birthday, grandma. I want to call grandma. I'm like, grandma, you did so much for me. Happy birthday. My grandma's gone now, but I'm just giving you an example. Like, okay, well, and we take shortcuts and say, okay, I did it.
Right.
Instead of actually physically doing it.
And another thing, what about this? Is another thing I want to talk. This is what I forgot. Now I remember it. You remember when the whole era was coming on when everybody had this Facebook, their social media pages, but the job situation started getting influenced by it. Like you couldn't be that person you wanted to be because your job was watching. Like for me, it didn't matter, but I'm just saying because I never really been a social media head to the past 2 years since I got in podcasting. But it's like I seen people changing their profiles now. Or the job, you post something and the job will fire you because it don't go under their policies and procedures. So you couldn't really be yourself. But I think now, and that's just funny because I seen a police officer, this black lady on social media the other day, and they pulled her in the office because she was recording a fellow officer and just kind of going in on him and making fun of him. But it was innocent. She just having fun, just videotaping it. But they pulled her in the office and said, you can't do that. But she was recording that meeting too, and they didn't even know it. And she was making fun of his ass, you know what I'm saying? But to see a police officer kind of just let their hair down and have fun was good enough for me. But I understood like it's certain things that come out, even when they using against even like Young Thug and rappers, they using your posts and things you got on social media against you, your music against you.
What about the First Amendment? Freedom of speech.
That's what I'm saying.
What about freedom of speech?
Yeah, for sure.
Nah.
They taking that, right?
I mean, you got freedom of speech.
You got freedom of speech.
You got to be willing to deal with the consequences of certain things
so
you say.
So it's not that free, right?
No, you have freedom to make that choice.
Yeah.
But you're just going to have to deal with the consequences.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's a Gift and a curse, like you said from original.
So
So
what I don't like, man, is everybody has an opinion, and a lot of times, man, people take opinions as facts.
Right. Yeah.
So Pastor John said this, Pastor Mike said this, Pastor Luke said this. You know what I'm saying? Shamika from what's her name got on and just blah, 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 blah. And a lot of people really have, a lot of opinions, and I'm not mad at anybody who has opinions and thoughts and perspectives about anything.
Yeah, for sure.
But we have become accustomed to making people's opinions law.
Yeah.
And a fact. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really, really dangerous, man. So that's why sometimes when somebody, they try to make a point, so they'll send me a clip of somebody saying something, or man, I'd be like, don't send me that shit no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, especially Steve Harvey.
He hates Steve Harvey.
Listen. But I do think that that's an issue, man, because people's opinions become facts.
Yeah, for sure.
That's real.
Yeah.
Let's go to this comment, see what they say.
Absolutely. So Dante Donnell says, we are the press. It's a gift and a curse. First Amendment, kind of about what you were speaking about just a few moments ago. He also says the media paved the way for the civil rights era. It allows our voice to be heard around the world. How do y'all feel about that? The fact that
say that
imagine if we had a civil rights movement and had all of the social media access, like, man, we would really be able to organize.
Be a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you repeat it one more time? Because my mind was.
Sure. He says the media paved the way for the civil rights era. It allows our voice to be heard around the world.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I agree.
Totally.
I agree.
It's totally easier now.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
And we kind of could see that with what's going on the other side of the world with the Palestine and Gaza and stuff like that. It allows us to stay connected, if that makes sense too.
On a global perspective,
it does. But like you have political, you have Fox News, you have CNN, and all those networks are still persuading their audience.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got your Republicans
Correct.
that stand with Israel. You got your Jewish people that's from Tel Aviv. Then you got your Jewish people from Jerusalem. Then you have your American Jewish people. So all these people,
different perspectives.
It's in a different perspective, and it's all propaganda.
Yeah,
it's all propaganda. See, I have the privilege.
Yes.
I have the privilege of listening to conservative radio. I have a privilege of listening to liberated radio. I listen to the libs and I listen to the Republicans. I do. And I dissect what I want out of both of them. That's why I'm an independent. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent. Because of the manipulation of social media. I call it drive-by media,
Gotcha.
Shots fired?
Nah, I got you.
No, you said drive-by.
And thank you, brother.
Appreciate that. Absolutely. Dante Zanell also says Carolina Kid has evolved.
He's in the back, dude.
I learned from the best, man.
Oh, man, cut it out.
Both of y'all.
Chanel Foster says that's good. 20K in 30 minutes. Dante Zanell.
Hold on, 20K. What? Who got 20K?
When I said you can organize 20,000 people in 30 minutes.
Now they talking about that 20K in 30 minutes. I'm like, sign me up.
Look at you.
Pandemic. Okay, Dante Donnell also says social media has allowed for public opinion to not be molded solely by one and two entities.
Yeah, I do agree with that as well. Like we can get on and correct some stuff, you know what I'm saying, some false information that's out there. So I do agree with that.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Shannon See You Looking Abraham says, where is the social skills?
Gone.
Definitely gone.
Trash can.
Yeah.
They've been broken down.
I mean, like seriously, like even just for example, so we had our teen group, our teen circle in the check-in today.
Shout out to the check-in. We ain't talking about that. Talk about it,
listen, man. Well, it's just an opportunity for men and young men to just kind of get things off their chest, just vent and be supported.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying, and things that we go through as men and young men.
And shout out to you, man. Thank you for putting it
man,
together.
I appreciate
we celebrate you, brother. Thank you for what you're doing,
listen,
Real.
It's only as good as the support, man.
For
So
sure.
I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying,
Already,
supporting it, man, and just being consistent with it.
For sure.
Because it can't grow without consistency. And
Most definitely.
it's been growing every week. I mean, every month. So I appreciate it. But just to talk to the youth, man, and you know, it's kind of crazy how the projection of the voice and the mannerisms, and like how they're basically whispering, you know, when you're trying to, you know, converse with them, and it's just to the point of Shannon asking where are the social skills, like it has become an lost art. And so, you know, I try to talk like, yo, man, like when you speak, you know, speak to be heard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Say it with your chest.
Like
that's how we was taught growing up. You know what I mean? You gotta look a man in his eyes, tell him how you feel.
You know what I'm saying? So the social skills, they in the trash.
The best thing you did though was those young men can't come in with their phones, and you got it out of them. I was over there eavesdropping.
I missed that.
Yeah, they can't be on their phones in here. You can't be on your phone in here.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know the recording part, but I didn't know that's a good one.
Yeah, they don't be on their phones. Yeah. And then you get a full personality.
Yeah.
Or it starts to grow if they don't have one.
Right.
So shout out to Doc.
And I
for
think
that,
that's a bad habit for the kids. Everywhere you go, kids, the first thing, if ain't nothing going on, they waiting on somebody just in their phone. You know what I'm saying? It's like that dependency.
And it was just like pop culture when we grew up. We wanted a Nintendo because the kids, sir.
Using your pager.
I was doing bad things in that page though. I was doing bad things. I got tired of being broke. Yeah, so I caught me a bag and damn sold it. Anyway, but listen. So what I am saying is, we got the kids the phone, and I know we got to wrap it up in a few. We got the kids the phone because when my schoolmates got a Nintendo, Mom, I want a Nintendo. You didn't want to have your kids left behind, so you got them a phone. We knew we didn't supposed to get these kids phones.
Right.
But the pop culture in their era, we had to do. I mean, we didn't have to, but as being good parents, as being protectors, providers, protectors of their ego, and for them to feel accepted as well, we gave them this poison.
Yeah, you're right.
We gave them this poison.
To a certain degree. I mean, if you had iPhone, I mean, Android was the first thing. Android, the social media went bad with Android, you know, because we didn't have iPhone before.
Right.
Whatever the day was, but when iPhone came out, I think that's when it.
But that's why we gave the kids the phones, because when the Nintendos came out,
y'all have it.
When the Nintendos came out, I had an Atari. We was kind of late bloomers because I was, we was raised in the humble beginnings. When Sega came out, that's when I got a Nintendo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, when the iPhone came out, I had an Android. You know what I'm saying? And my son had an Android.
Why y'all talking like something wrong with Androids, man? Like
we didn't say Samsung. We didn't say all that Samsung.
Go ahead,
rock with Samsung. Hey, sometimes Samsung better than iPhone.
Top dogs out here,
That's a
man.
fact.
Go ahead,
That's
man.
a fact.
Yeah, but basically, pop culture.
Yeah, pop culture. But another thing I hate is with social media. Why when everything? Because you took me back. I was thinking about like 9/11 and stuff like that. It's like, or school shootings. It's like when something goes wrong, it's just like everybody had their phone out. Everybody's recording now. Nobody's even helping the person. The person can be just shot.
Yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
they just filming it instead of
That's
calling
crazy.
the police or helping the person. So I just feel like that's probably one of the things I hate the most.
I hate that.
You know what I mean? It's just
You let a man drown. You let a man drown for views.
Right. And it's
crazy.
like, I don't know. It's just
It took away compassion.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Go ahead to the comments, Chewy.
Absolutely. So Shannon, see you look at Abraham says, new time and new breed. We must adapt. I'm just saying.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
She said, get it together, Dominique. Get it together. They not going to call they mamas. They going to text.
That's it. Ernest Hooker says, what's up? He
What
also
up,
says,
Ernest?
what's
poppin'?
what's up?
What up?
What up?
Shannon, see you looking. Abraham also says, even though we can adapt, we must have boundaries in social media, and teach them how to communicate.
Right. Social skills as well,
fast.
like you were saying.
Yeah. We literally have to teach that, man.
Maybe we need to add that in the workshop.
We should.
It is in the social emotional development.
Social emotional development. Okay, got you.
Yeah. Yep.
That's all comments.
All right, cool,
All
man.
right.
Thank y'all, man. Let's go ahead to last remarks. Did we have another clip or was just that one, right?
It was just that one, yes.
Okay, cool.
But before we wrap, I do have a question for you guys. How do y'all feel about the exposure culture that we're kind of in right now on social media, where people are using that as an outlet to expose a partner, someone they were with in the past, maybe you know, an old friend or whatever, but they're releasing text messages, videos,
Or
all
job
that stuff.
or whatever,
Yes,
yeah.
everything, receipts, quote unquote.
Yeah.
What are y'all thoughts about that?
Go ahead,
It's-
this your
I think it's dangerous. I think it's messed up. I mean, no, you know what? Everything in the dark comes to light. Point blank. Period. We're in an informative time where we got informants giving up information. Point blank. Period. What's in the dark is gonna always come to light, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's just like we said earlier, I don't feel like everybody business is everybody business. If it didn't work with you and another person, man or woman, just keep that between y'all. I wouldn't expose a person dirty laundry just to prove a point or just to make me look better. Like, it is what it is. I think when people do that, they still holding on, or they want to hurt that person that bad that they want to expose something. Like, if it's a job, it's like, I feel like you hurt that bad, and it could be. I mean, it's all subjective. It's not saying that you wrong for for talking trash about a job that let you go if they didn't have no reason on letting you go. And social media is where you express yourself. So, I mean, everybody feels a different way, but for me, I don't. As far as the exposure thing, I don't feel like, I just like with us growing up, it was more direct. If I got an issue with you, I'm gonna come to you. I'm not gonna go on social media and talk about it and just post this and post that, because it ain't getting nowhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? We still got the problem. So what did I get from that? I just got your attention now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So put an address on it. Let's lock in. Right, but at the end of the day, I could have just did that before I posted all that. So for me, I'm not with it, but I'm not knocking nobody that's into it, because I'm sure people that do it got reasons on.
If a nigga snitch on me or somebody snitch on me, I gotta hold myself accountable because I gave them the information to snitch on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's solid that what they did, but I just hold myself accountable. Like, damn, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They shouldn't have that on me because I allowed it to be on me, type shit. You know what I'm
saying? Right. What about you, Doc?
So, man, I some things are just gonna need to be exposed, and you can't get around it. You know what I'm saying? Like, some things just really need to be exposed. However, I'm very careful about that because, like, I have some buried bones that, you know, I would love to stay buried. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I feel like, you know, sometimes when people are going through things, you know, I just personally like to give a little grace and kind of stay out of the exposing business. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because Lord knows I don't want, you know, some of my bones that I buried to be exposed.
Right.
Or even it doesn't even have to be anything major. It could be something that I did wrong or just wasn't the best choice. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody's exposing it and breaking it down, and he had 10 men come to this event and they did this right here,
a whole different story.
Been over there, You know what I'm saying? And so now they're trying to expose me and make a case out of something, and I really just made a bad decision.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And so we have to be careful when we're a part of that exposing culture to not, you know, like, people make this bad decisions.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't always make the best choices.
Right.
But I don't think they should be crucified for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like that, Doc.
Yeah, I like that too.
Thank you, guys.
But I'm like you. I just feel like some stuff just need to be exposed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
On that level. I'm not talking about like a relationship. I'm just saying on certain levels, certain things do need to be exposed.
Right.
It could be the government. It could be how we being treated at a school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look what they doing. Look how raggedy this school is. But they renovating all these other schools. You know, so certain things, I think, like Doc's saying, does need to be exposed that affect us personally. But we all human. We all make mistakes. Don't try to pull my card because you in a good season in your life. Because like Doc say, everybody got bones in their closet, or skeletons in their closet, or bones that's buried. Yeah. So it's like, we all got something that can catch up with us. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we all human, man. We all make mistakes. Let's just lead with love. You know what I'm saying? I stay away from
them just not saying past the first stone. So yeah, we can't.
They doing it though. They throwing the stones, bro. They throwing the stones.
They got that plexiglass up there. It ain't breaking on their end. They just throwing the rock.
Woo, child.
All right, y'all got one more question from the comments. And yours, y'all want to answer it or not? But it says, what do you feel about the Ray Rice, Chris Brown, Puff Daddy, and R. Kelly?
I didn't hear about the
Ray Rice. Ray Rice is the Baltimore player that beat the girl up in the elevator, and he got kicked out the league for that.
Okay, Chris Brown situation, back to the Rihanna.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Diddy. We all know Diddy.
Mm-hmm. You know, what he got going on right now, and then of course R. Kelly, what he's currently incarcerated for.
I don't really. What was their question again? How we feel about it?
What do you feel about? Yeah, just what do you feel about the
I just feel like, I mean, okay, let's just be real. Like we just said, everybody's human. Everybody make mistakes. Who am I to judge them from what I'm seeing? You know what I'm saying? In certain situations that they all go through, I feel like we all can relate, no matter if it's from a negative or positive. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, they going through their hardships, their time, and they facing the consequences behind it. But I don't feel like everybody should have an opinion on it like they perfect or better than somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But like Gene said, I just stay away from it. Even like Chris Brown, I think he bounced back from that situation. I think a lot of people turned their back on him at that time when he really needed them. I think it was, I don't know too in depth, and I can't remember exactly everything that went on with him and Rihanna, but I know it was abuse or whatever. But I just felt like with Chris, I'm proud of him that he bounced back. I think if it was something like that, he learned his lesson and learned how to move after that. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't heard nothing else about it. But sometimes, man, I just feel like when you on the celebrity status and you got the money and the fame, I just feel like, man, it's people that can get you drug out here in the media. You know what I'm saying? And blow it up and expose you to a degree to blackball you or to make the rest of your career be a failure. But I don't condone nothing that's going on. But who am I? Just another guy with an opinion, and it's all subjective. But we can all talk about R. Kelly, Diddy, Chris Brown, and other guys.
Ray Rice.
I don't feel like it's right putting your hands on nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you never know when you don't. If I went there, if I'm not connected to the people, who am I to speak about it? So I just stay away from it. What about you, Nick?
Shit, that's a touchy subject. But Puffy had a word back in the day called bitch assness. Remember when Puffy had that word out?
Yeah.
So he's the epitome of that word. However, speaking from a spiritual point of view, Jesus even loves Hitler, and Jesus loves Puffy. What Puffy did was some fake ass nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't condone in that. We've all have times. Don't act like ain't nobody never did some fuck shit when they was younger. So you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a smut on their mirror. You know what I'm saying? So pot can't call the kettle black. However, that was the bitch ass shit Puffy did. That was the bitch ass shit Chris Brown did. Because that's a woman, man. That's somebody's mother. And one thing about social media is like a tattoo. You can't undo it. No matter how much we forgive him, of course, God will forgive him. No matter how much he changed his life, we have been tattooed with the vision of him doing that fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely condemn all domestic violence, all of it. He doesn't get an inch of sympathy for that. However, or pass, fuck that. No, he don't. However, God has mercy on my heart, and I even forgive Hitler. I forgive everybody because God forgave me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just leave it at that. But it was some fuck nigga shit though, for real.
Word.
Man, so for me, I really, to be honest with you, man, I try not to be too opinionated about stuff like that. We know what's right, we know what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I try not to be too opinionated, man. I remember years ago, man, I used to be like, man, no man should ever touch a woman, da da da. I used to really frown down on it. And it's crazy, man, because this is a transparent moment. Because I remember being in my my situation with my ex-wife, and I tried to talk to her about something, and the way she came back, because I was hurt, I was broke down. So now I'm trying to talk to her, and the way she came back at me, I just didn't process the pain. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't process it well at all. And so next thing I know, I'm on top of her. You know what I'm saying? And what I did was I went and got the help and the work to make sure that never happens again. Because of course I wasn't raised like that. I'm raised by 3 women. And my aunt was one of the 3. I used to see her get beat and hated it. You know what I'm saying? And so I knew it was something that wasn't good. But I will say I had a moment of where I just didn't process it well. I was not myself. You know what I'm saying? So now, like I said, I went and got help. So now I learned how to process this stuff when, you know what I'm saying? Like she tried me a few times after that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I processed it differently and I didn't allow myself to go there. So
Good.
I'm saying that to say that anybody can have a moment, man. Anybody can have a moment. The best dude in the world can have a moment. Like, people would not think that, like, damn, this nigga put his hands on a woman. Nah. You know what I'm saying? So I just try not to have an opinion, man, because I know like anything can happen at any given time. And I'm just grateful that I was able to bounce back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
yeah, for
I don't
sure.
have an opinion.
The more I live, and the more God shows me people, every bad person has some good in them, but every good person has some bad in them.
Right.
So it's just
Damn
called
right.
human life, man.
Damn
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's right.
And like I said, that was some fuck shit, but like everybody got skeletons in their closet, man.
That's right. Yeah, man.
Yep.
So is that all for the comments? Make sure we run it through.
Yes, that is all.
All right. Well, we hope we answered y'all question, man. That was a good question. Thank you for asking
It's
us
a great question.
Most definitely. That's dope, man. I don't know what to say about Diddy.
Yeah.
I ain't got
Y'all
nothing
just
to
pray
say,
for him,
man.
man.
God bless
I
him,
just
man.
pray for him. I don't know. Pray for all of them. You know what I mean? But we don't condone violence.
Even the
domestic
victims,
violence.
man, because what people don't understand
definitely pray
is
for the victims.
people who are victims can turn into predators.
Oh,
Right.
most definitely.
If they're not getting work on, you know what I mean?
Right,
if they're not
right.
getting healed, if they're, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times, man, like that's the part, like all we look at is what happened.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't look at like, okay, so now what for this victim?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Shout out to Cassie. Prayers up for
yeah.
Cassie as well,
Yeah.
man.
That's right.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
It's my
Super
baby.
facts. Super facts.
I love him.
I know you do.
Season 2. Just trying
Yes,
to make
yes.
some humor.
This nigga.
Right. All right, y'all. So final thoughts, man. So the blessing curse of social media. We hope we share some good information that you can take heed to, apply it to your social media life, man. Everybody business ain't everybody business. You don't have to run a social media
Super facts.
like it's your therapist. Sometimes you need to go really get a therapist and share your thoughts and opinions and get help with what you're dealing with. But let's use social media smarter. It is a form of entertainment. It is a way of communicating. It is a way to get your product services out there if you're in business. It is a tool. So we got to learn how to use it as a tool and not get caught up in it. A lot of times they'll create these platforms for us to get lost in the sauce and they be sitting back laughing at us. You know what I'm saying?
Boy.
And it's like, it can get messy. You know what I mean? So just be mindful of that. Be in control of what you want to see and control who you allow to see what you putting out there or your pages, or just protect yourself and use that security measure in doing so. But it's nothing wrong with social media. We not against it. We just sharing our opinions, and our opinions are not facts. It's just our opinions. And you have your own opinions. But we thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the episode, man. We had a wonderful time. But use social media safely and wisely and mindfully, and protect your kids from online predators and things like that.
Yes.
Is it good to go through your child DMs? And
At times, yeah. At times,
let me get that phone. Let me see, because you might get a shocker in there.
At times,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? So whatever that might be.
So I can't disagree with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what we have failed to do as parents is really pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times the signs are there. If we're paying attention, we don't even have to go through their DMs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can see the things.
Mm-hmm.
But we're so caught up in our stuff. And like you said, we're on the phones too. And
Ourselves,
and we're caught up in all this stuff. So we're not even really paying attention to our kids to see, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with them.
Yeah.
But to be a kid is also not to get everything you want. To be a kid sometimes is to be submissive.
That's it.
And to be a parent sometimes is to make an executive decision whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Being the friend.
Yeah. So and at times that we shun away from letting them have their privacy, it's a big wall that's even going to be harder to knock down when you try to go get that phone. Not to kill that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we want to give them space. And I'm talking to myself as well, because I'm an expert of parenting. But you want to give them space, but it has to be a limited space, because confidence is like cancer. It grows. And the more confidence they get, it's going to be so harder to get through to them. So you got to have a limited space. Limited, not total.
A limited.
Super
proximity.
Facts. Super facts.
Limited.
Yeah.
And I also want to say that I do not condone domestic violence at all.
That's right.
Fuck no. That's some bitch ass shit.
Wrong. I was wrong when I did it. It's wrong when other people do it. I just want to be clear about that. Yeah, like I don't condone it.
Yeah,
Fuck
and we thank you for
Puffy.
sharing that because that's somebody need to hear that because you got men that might have did something and probably beating themselves up, but it's okay. Like you got to learn how to grow. You got to learn how to move on. You got to learn how to learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I have an audience question real quick.
Yeah.
What does limited mean?
What does limited space mean in parenting? Proximity means space. Let's take it an educational word. Proximity is space. Okay.
Go ahead,
I'm on my shit. So basically, you want to give your kids because I'm in it as well, a limited of space. You know what I'm saying? I can't totally let you be grown because you don't know how to be grown.
Like give them an inch, they're gonna take a mile.
They're gonna take a mile, like Mama said. Exactly. Give them an inch, they can take a mile.
I got you.
They're gonna give.
I got you,
sir.
bro. I got you.
Audience members.
No, we good.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So basically, that's what a limited space means. You're going to get your proximity because I know you're going through puberty, adolescent, but at the same time, I'm your overseer. I'll make your executive decisions at the end of the day because you're going to crash, and then I'm gonna feel bad about it because I let you crash.
Yeah. So you got to set.
So you got to have a limited of space. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Now, it's a long. It's another hour.
Oh, Roblox. So what are you saying with the limitation piece with that?
Like 2 hours of social media and that's
like
it?
Cut it off?
Now, I don't even, so I'll do a transparent moment as well. My children's fathers, even my mother when she was living, and my stepfather never checked my kids' phones at all. Period. They play Roblox, they're on these games and everything's okay. Something in me told my daughter to hand me her phone. I go in it and she's holding a whole conversation with a whole grown man from Roblox. So what they thought was innocent wasn't even innocent because you have these predators that saying, oh, these parents don't care. They think their kids are playing this innocent game.
Shit. Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking what's limited, like with social media.
I guess it's all in the parents' decision of what's limited or not.
Yeah, because if something would have happened, that would have made you a bad parent. Because I think you let the spirit lead you into, checking it. It was good on your behalf. That was good on your behalf. But I don't feel like the other people that were overseeing your child at that time, I don't think that, because grandparents, family members, they all parent different or guardian. At the end of the day, it's about their child. You know what I'm saying? And I think what Dominique was saying was having those limitations and setting those boundaries has to be in place so it won't get to that point. You know what I mean? If we had the conversation with her before she accepted a friend request from this man or started the conversation with this man, look, if you don't know this person, don't talk to this person. If it's a stranger that's trying to message you or something like that, put things in place, set those boundaries and those limitations so it won't get out of hand. Because like you said, at the point we catch it, it might be already too late. You know what I'm saying? And they looking at us like, well, what's wrong? No, this little Timmy from the neighborhood. No, that ain't little Timmy. That's Big Jimmy.
Yeah,
that's you know what I'm saying? So you got to be mindful of that. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's what I would say.
I don't like that shit.
No, at all.
That's the
you know what I mean? But it's the reality.
It
happens. You know what I mean? So I feel you on that. But.
So we giving Roblox a thumbs down.
Oh, it's a lot of them.
It's a lot of. They
but
even
so
have
maybe but and this is another way to use social media as a tool.
Yeah,
like
they can message
like
on
we
that.
should be talking about the games that are not good for kids to play, or the games that where parents should check
or
behind
apps,
them.
Whatever.
Yeah, apps as well. Yeah.
So they have this AI talkie that the kids are downloading now, and you can have a play girlfriend, play boyfriend, and it talks back to you sexual. Period. Like. They think they're holding a hoe.
What's that?
AI gonna
What's
get a
that
nigga hit. AI gonna get a nigga hurt. AI can take my voice and your voice and we'll be on.
Oh, that's a fact. You seen Drake do it.
AI gonna get a nigga hurt.
Can I get a Janet Jackson AI?
Hey, that's what they talking like. Everything transitioned over to like an avatar type thing. You have your own world, your own city. You could be your own boss, have your own girlfriend. That's what they trying to turn it into. It's crazy,
it's
man.
crazy,
Especially on these
Like that
games
shit.
like the PlayStation and Xbox games. It's the same way.
GTA, all that
GTA,
shit.
all that, you know.
Yeah.
So
That's definitely a whole nother show.
It is, man.
You got a point
I'm on
that.
a whole different vibe right now.
Yeah.
When I say that touched me. So we got to address that.
Yeah.
Most definitely, because the
Super
pedophiles
facts.
is most scum of the fucking earth.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Respectfully.
But yeah, so I gave my last thoughts. Go ahead and do your last thoughts.
My last thoughts.
Or final thoughts, man.
Okay, my final thoughts. Social media. Yeah. Sometimes convenience could be our enemy of intelligence.
Yeah.
I feel like social media is convenient, and I'm gonna wrap it up. But it can be our enemy of intelligence. That's why I don't know your number unless I hit Will.
Right. You don't even know it by heart.
Because I got the convenience, but it messed my intelligence up.
Right.
The shortcut messed my intelligence up. Kids don't even write in cursive no more. Kind of messing their intelligence up. You know what I'm saying? Now, I guess you got to go with the program, but like I say, man, this phone is like a tongue. It speaks life. It speaks death. You know what I'm saying? And you got to make social media out of what you got to make it out of, and the answer is in yourself. That's it.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I agree. Social media is, it is what you allow it to be. A tool, entertainment, education, whatever it is you allow it to be, that's what it will be. I just think we have to be responsible with it, and we have to be wise with it. So that's my thoughts.
That's right. That's right. Thank you all for y'all.
Thank you.
Final thoughts, man. Beautiful time, beautiful conversation. We thank y'all. We hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. It's been a real one, man. Chewy, any last thoughts that you want to leave us with?
Just be mindful, I guess, on social media. Of course, it is something that can build you up, but it can also tear you down.
Absolutely.
I definitely think it has limited a lot of people's patience. People want everything done in 30 seconds or less,
Right.
just because of social media. So, like you said, just be mindful. And when you get that screen time, look at it and evaluate it for real.
For the kids, right?
Yes,
and
for
for
everybody.
ourselves as well.
Yeah,
I like that,
Absolutely.
You
Chewy.
see how much time you really on that.
Right.
Really on that phone.
Absolutely.
You be surprised.
Oh yes.
For sure. All right. So we thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all. Shout out to our live audience. Shout out to the viewers. We thank you, all the fans, supporters. Thank you for always showing love. We'll catch y'all next week. Same time, same place. And it's just like this.